If you just started a business, you just became an entrepreneur, you just got into a new industry, or maybe you just got into sales, and you're about to throw in the towel because nothing seems to go your way, today's message is for you. Let me explain to you what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, my 8-year-old son's friend has a birthday at this place called the Ninja Warrior Place, Strong Warrior Place. So my wife and our 3 kids go to this place, and it's a nice place. It's got a gym on one side, and in the back it has the whole obstacle course for the kids, and then there's the adult section where they do tournaments. So by the time my kids were kind of done doing their thing and they're kind of having fun and they found their friends, I started kind of adventuring and finding out what they have at this place. So I go to the gym, they have the pull-up bar, they have the ropes, and then all of a sudden I see these walls that I've seen before. You know, these, they call them the warped wall, right? They use them in these Ninja Warrior stuff. So I look at them like, how tall is this one? 10 feet. Okay, I think I can do this one. So I run up and I make it, I come down. Then I'm walking and I see a couple other things and I see these 2 walls. One is green, one is blue. I look at the guy, the instructor, I'm like, let me ask you a question. How tall is that one? That one's 12 feet. How about this one? That's massive. Oh, that's the tournament one. That's 14 feet. 14 feet? That's what they use in Ninja Warrior tournaments. That's 14 feet. 14 feet, yes. It looks like the Wall of China when you look at it, right? So let me give a shot with the 12-foot one. I look at it, I'm going, hesitating, coming back. Finally, I run, I make the 12-footer. I come back down. Then I'm looking at the 14-foot wall. And when you look at this blue wall, it just looks impossible, especially if you've never done it before. I'm not a CrossFit guy. I'm not a Ninja Warrior guy. I lift weights, I do cardio. That's pretty much what I do. And some other exercises that I do, boxing and fighting, right? So I'm watching this thing, and right before I'm testing this out, I'm kind of doing some steps, and I'm hesitating a little bit. One father comes, and he's like, yeah, let me do this. His wife and kids are there. Wife starts recording. He runs up. He falls on his back so bad. It was embarrassing. His kids are there. People are watching. It was terrible. So I'm standing in front of this thing thinking the same thing's going to happen to me as this father that just happened. My wife is there watching this. She's been recording for 10 minutes because I said, record, I'm going to try to make this thing here. 10 minutes later, my wife leaves. She's like, babe, I got to go see where the kids are at. My wife leaves, okay? She comes back. She says, what are you doing? They announced they're closing the gym down. The birthday's over with. You guys got to leave. And I'm telling the guy, I said, listen, I got to try this thing. Because if I go home tonight without at least trying to give my best for this thing, and knowing that my best isn't good enough to go up there, I can't go to sleep. But I have to at least know that I gave my best. So another 20 minutes goes. The guy's like, listen, we're closing up the gym. I said, just let me. So my wife starts recording. Then I run up, I don't make it. I run up, I don't make it. I run up, I don't make it. And a couple times I hesitate. Finally he comes up. He whispers to me, says, listen, can I just give you some counsel? I said, yes. Nice 28-year-old guy, 29-year-old guy. He says, if I can just be honest with you, you're not committed to this jump. The only way this jump is going to work out for you is you have to be totally committed. I said, what do you mean? I was almost like a little bit offended by it. He says, you're not committed to this jump. But he's saying it to me with a smile on his face, very respectful. I said, tell me why. He says, every time you jump, your left hand hits the wall. And the reason why you're doing that is because you're scared that you're not going to make it. In your mind, you're already coming down because you're trying to protect yourself. You think you're going to hit the wall. He says, the only way this works is you have to run up, and then your hands have to go like this. You're not doing that. You're going like this. So I said, okay, let me see what's going to happen this time. So I start looking at the wall, and I'm asking myself, are you really fully committed to this? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to fall like that father, maybe a little bit more because you're 20 pounds heavier than him. So it could be a little bit worse than that, but that's the worst thing that's going to happen. Okay, no problem. I'm fully committed. Go for it. And I take the steps, and all of a sudden I jump up, and I make it. Once I'm up there, I pull myself up. I hit the board because I'm excited. I come down, my daughter comes, I pick her up. My wife is saying, so you want to say anything? I said, prior to me doing this, I did this many times. So and I'm sweating. I did it twice just to know that I didn't get lucky. Why am I sharing this story with you? Let me tell you why I'm sharing this story with you. Look, I know a lot of people that I advise that run businesses. They get into sales for the first time, or they're entrepreneurs, or they put some money into their business and it doesn't work out for them and they fail miserably. They blame the industry, they blame everything, but they don't look back and ask themselves the one question. Before you threw in the towel, did you ever fully commit to making this business work? Let me explain to you what I mean by this. Did you fully commit to the jump, or did the Wall of China scare you? Because that's what it looked like a Wall of China. You have your own Wall of China when you're going up in your business. You don't know if you can do the business. You're afraid. What if this doesn't work out? What if you lose the money? What if your friends, your peers, people tell you, I knew you could never be an entrepreneur. You could never make it in real estate. You thought you can go into sales and make this. You can't get into financial industry. I knew you couldn't do it. And that's in the back of your head. And in the back of your head, you were saying, worst case scenario, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. You're not committed. So whatever you're doing right now, if you're not going to commit, stop doing it. If you're willing to commit and know that there may be some consequences, then go for it. One doesn't go without the other. By the way, this applies to every aspect of your life. Family, parenting, marriage, relationship, finance, getting into shape. So whatever you got going on, I know this is maybe not the news you wanted to hear today because you were hoping I could give you an out. Moving forward this week, today, starting today, if you're in after watching this video, fully commit, assuming everything's going to go your way, even if it doesn't. The chances you make in it doesn't just go up 10%, 20%, 50%. Your chances goes up dramatically, 80, 90% if you fully commit to making it work. And if you do that 3, 6, 12, 24 months from now, when people ask you, what happened all of a sudden? You were about to go out of business. You just made $1 million. You're netting $500,000. Look at the life. You're traveling all over the world. What happened to this lifestyle you got? Everybody wants to know what you're doing with your life. In the back of your mind, you're going to say, man, 2 years ago, if you only know how scared I was and how much I was hesitating, I finally totally committed, and this happened to my life. So I'm hoping you take up my challenge today and go fully commit to whatever business, whatever venture, whatever industry you just got involved in, and watch magic happen to you. Having said that, have a killer week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.